It would be fair to say that over the years, the games industry has grown into a culture of focused on lies and predatory business practices. Over the years, publishers have committed all manners of sins to get you as the consumer to purchase their product. It's a sad fact that we as the consumers have had to learn several times the hard way about publishers' shady marketing. I have lost count the sheer amount of times I have seen the industry bend and break the rules when it comes to advertising. Pre-rendered trailers, CGI trailers, Photoshop screenshots, and more have been so commonplace that many don't even bat an eyelid anymore. From the utter lie that was Aliens Colonial Marines, to as far back and further as Peter Molyneux's empty fable promises. We as the consumers have endured much from the dishonest men and women behind the corporate flags. Even before the age of digital distribution and the prominence of online video games media, companies pulled the same tricks with traditional media, including magazines and TV commercials. Photoshop screenshots and gameplay that is not representative of the final product have always been prominent. It's gotten so bad over the years that at every press event such as E3, I sit there, I watch and think, have I seen any games at all? Yes, they show me supposed footage at their respective press events, but every year, like with the recent locked away graphical capabilities of Watch Dogs, it's proven time and time again that what they show at these events and what we get are often not the same thing. In my mind, I always come to the question, what is the point of all this lying and deception? Why bother spending all this money and effort into creating a smoke and mirrors charade? Now, you might say, well, it's to sell video games, and that would be a correct statement. Yet I ask, wouldn't just showing the actual game, the actual gameplay, and the real features of the game have the same effect? My argument is that it in fact would. Time has proven again and again that companies who are upfront about their product and honest about their gameplay do better than companies who try and deceive. Consider that the indie market has flourished over the past few years. These small companies that little to no marketing budget, yet their sales sometimes topple the giants of the AAA industry. Big publishers put so much emphasis on the looks of their games, their graphical brilliance, and while graphics are great, they're not the be-all and end-all of video games, a fact which publishers seem oblivious of. Take the Minecraft phenomenon. Minecraft has sales figures that big companies have wet dreams about, yet it doesn't have ultra-realistic graphics, and nor did it try to make itself look better than it was. Art direction, gameplay, balance, story are all more important than having the best graphics. Even more so considering that a game with great art direction will age much better than a game trying to be ultra-realistic. First-person shooters especially, gameplay and balance are ultimately far more important than graphics. In fact, being deceptive, misleading, and let's just call it for what it is, outright lying, currently harms these companies more than it helps. Sure, you sucker a few people in like Aliens Colonial Marines did, but the backlash that Gearbox suffered is irreparable to their reputation. Now every time Gearbox shows off a new game, customers will look on it with at best scepticism and at worst outright scorn. Now I worked at a call centre for a water company when I was younger. The first thing that you were taught when dealing with customers was to manage their expectations. Don't make promises you can't keep. Be honest. If something's going to take 2 weeks to sort out, don't tell them it's going to be sooner. By managing your expectations of your customers and being honest, you will not disappoint your customers. Had Ubisoft, for example, been honest about Watch Dogs and shown actual gameplay and what it actually looked like, there wouldn't have been such a negative backlash to the game. For me personally, when I'm reviewing a game and the publisher then decides to pull the dick move of releasing the game before the press embargo finishes, that action sends more of a message to a customer than any review ever could. It shows that they're trying to hide their game, hide criticism, and ultimately, in my opinion, break consumer law. Customers are entitled to know what it is they are buying. They are entitled to information on the product so they can make an informed purchasing choice. When companies make moves like this, they are trying to take that away and mislead consumers into buying before the truth comes out. In the end, however, the truth always comes out. These companies are short-sighted and greedy. They care not for the customer and they want to squeeze every penny while they can. They don't seem to care that their long-term survival is on the line, their reputation is on the line, or even about creating a loyal customer base. At the end of the day, publishers need to learn that being honest is better. It's better for their reputation, their sales, long-term sales, and for business in general. And thank you very much for watching. Do like, subscribe, and leave a comment, and I will see you next time.